The 2026 NBA Draft begins tonight with the Washington Wizards on the clock. Who will they pick number one? Will it be Darren Peterson or AJ Dybantsa? And we welcome you here tonight, taking a break from World Cup action to get into NBA Draft action. So, less than a week ago, the New York Knicks celebrated their championship in New York City where the draft is held. And congratulations to them. We were on the air about 2 weeks ago when that happened. But we'll see. But that was then. Now the future is now for these players. We'll see who's going to be picked number one. A lot of good options here. Right now the clear favorite is AJ Dybantsa. And as I did with the NFL draft, I do have an NBA mock draft here for the lottery for the top 14. So we'll see how many I do end up getting right. But we'll see. As looks like the Wizards will be on the clock here. So it'll be Washington picking first, Utah picking second, Memphis at 3. The Bulls at 4, and the Clippers at 5. So, yes, I think this is the first time under the new draft lottery that the team that got the first overall pick actually had the worst record. And of course, the Wizards just re-signed Trae Young. I think they still have Anthony Davis on the roster, so Dybantsa or Darren Peterson will go to a good place there, whoever goes number one overall. But yes, the number one overall pick I have is AJ Dybantsa right now. At least that's what I have. But we'll see what happens here. What surprise it could have. I expect the top 4 to be chalk. Number 5, I think, will be the first one to where we really don't know. Of course, I'm excited to see where Cam Boozer is going to go. We'll see. The Jazz do have the number 2 pick. And his father, Carlos, spent a lot of time there. In fact, Cameron Boozer was born in Salt Lake City. And now the commissioner is stepping to the podium. So we're just about to get underway. All right, so it's official. We are on the clock. The Washington Wizards, it's all on them now to see who they'll pick. They have 5 minutes to make their selection. So, of course, they made the 1978 NBA Finals versus the Seattle Supersonics. With Wes Unseld 2001, they picked Kwame Brown, #1 overall. Teamed up with Michael Jordan in 2010. John Wall, who had a good career with Washington, was really a part of the last success the Wizards ever had. But their core includes Trae Young, Alex Sarr, Trey Johnson, Anthony Davis. That's a pretty good core there. And of course, we had, Trae Young and Anthony Davis were injured for most of the season. But my expectation for Washington, I think they could sneak into the play-in, at least. And of course, the big news last night, Giannis Antetokounmpo was traded to the Miami Heat, which gives the Bucks 2 lottery picks this year. With the Heat's pick that they got, and they have their own top 10 pick as well. But we'll see what happens here. So Cam Boozer, they're showing there now. So looks like Debonsa is there. Looks like somebody's on the phone. So the outlook for the Wizards, 1765 record, worst record. No key free agents. Team needs athletic wing, healthy Trey and AD, and a combo guard. It all depends on team fit as well. So we'll see what happens with the Wizards here. Okay, the pick is in for the Washington Wizards. So the pick is now in. We'll see who Washington picks. But yeah, the key for Washington, they got to learn how to win. That's for sure. It could be Cam Boozer. Also Darren Peterson. Or it could be Debonsa. All right. So we'll see. We'll see who the number one pick is going to be. And the commissioner is stepping out to the podium now to announce the pick. AJ Dybantsa, pick number one overall by the Washington Wizards. Just as I thought. So AJ Dybantsa, it's a great first overall pick for Washington, and now the Utah Jazz on the clock. This is where I had Peterson going, but we'll see. Cam Boozer is also up there. So, of course, we saw him play at BYU his freshman year. Great scorer there. Dropped 40 points on the Utah Utes. Played well in the tournament as well. So AJ Dybantsa, first overall pick in the draft. Okay, AJ Dybantsa now getting interviewed. Okay. So AJ Dybantsa drafted number one overall by the Washington Wizards. The Utah Jazz are next up. So the pick is in for Utah right now. So who could it be? It could be either be Darren Peterson, maybe could either be Peterson or Cameron Boozer. I think it's more than likely going to be Darren Peterson. So it looks like Darren Peterson, he is the number one overall prospect. So Darren Peterson from Kansas, number one overall player. Of course, he has the controversies with being yeah, his controversies with load managing in college, but which does make him good for the NBA. And so we see the commissioner coming up to the podium here. And it is Darren Peterson, number 2 overall to the Utah Jazz. So Darren Peterson, he does have the attributes to be a number 1 pick. He's a great scorer for Kansas. Long-range shot maker. A lot of people say that his ceiling is Kobe Bryant. And he does have the talent to be. But we'll see how he actually plays in the pros. Second team All Big 12. And if he was the number 22 recruit coming out of 2025. So, Darren Peterson, natural scorer. That's what they're showing now. You can definitely get to the rim. A good catch and shoot as well. So Memphis is on the clock right now. He has moments where he's athletic, going up for blocks and taking it to the rim for the jam. So Darren Peterson, number 2 overall to the Utah Jazz, as he's getting interviewed right now by Lisa Salters. Okay, so the pick is in for the Memphis Grizzlies. The commissioner has not come out yet. But I think this is, so far I'm 2 for 2 in my picks. I think number 3 is going to be Cam Boozer. But we'll see what happens here. Sorry about that. Shams Charania was speaking and just saying that Darren Peterson had a private workout with the Jets on over the weekend in Ohio. So of course he only had one private workout with, or only a one team workout with the Washington Wizards, who ended up selecting Bonsa. Of course, that was a big story coming in, whether he was going to be a good teammate or not. But we'll see what happens. So there's Cameron Boozer there. He might be the number 3 overall pick. We'll see. So according to this, it's either best available is Boozer, best fit Caleb Wilson, according to ESPN. But for the Grizzlies outlook, they have John Morant. We'll see if he stays with the team going forward. So there are rumors about him being traded. You also have Zach Edey on the team, Cedric Howard. Team needs a combo big, primary ball handler. We'll see if Cam Boozer can be that kind of player. Of course, his twin brother, Caden Boozer, who played with him at Duke last year. We'll see. He's not going to be drafted this year. He's staying at Duke for another year. But here comes Commissioner. We'll see who the Memphis Grizzlies pick. And it is Cameron Boozer, number 3 overall. Of course, he played well with Duke. Going to the Elite Eight. Some thought he could. Duke should have gone to the national championship, but of course, the son of Carlos Boozer. So 2026 Naismith Men's College Player of the Year. Drafted number 3 overall to the Memphis Grizzlies. He usually dominates games not only with strength and skill, but also extremely quick basketball mind. He's very comfortable on the perimeter, handling and distributing the ball, and shooting from range. An excellent decision maker as well. And a great passer who makes others better. He's also smart, tough positional defender. He's definitely tough. He got beat up pretty good in the NCAA tournament with Duke. Those were good games that we had doing Duke games this season. So the Chicago Bulls on the clock. We'll see if they get the guy from in-state, Keaton Wagler, or they go with Caleb Wilson. Me personally, I would take Caleb Wilson with this pick. His worst game was 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. But Cameron Boozer, number 3 to the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, the pick is hit for the Chicago Bulls.
Life,
20th Duke player selected in the top 5. The Martin era draft most out of any school.
yeah, I mean, it was my moment, but it's our moment. As a family, you see us all sitting here. I wouldn't be doing without any of these guys right here, and girls, of course, my mom. But it's just a great feeling to be here with them. They've been there with me every step of the way. So it's amazing for sure. Being able to see what he does, works hard, and shows up, I couldn't be more proud of someone. And to be able to call my little brother is amazing. That little brother. Yeah, first, just so proud of him, man. Like dedication. You talk, you heard Armani talk about it. His sacrifice. He shows up every single day. I'm just happy for him, man. Take these moments, enjoy each moment. Obviously, be where your feet are. This is something you've been waiting for your entire life, and go enjoy it, man. Go enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, so Cameron Boozer, number 3 overall to the Memphis Grizzlies, and the pick is in for the Chicago Bulls. We'll see who they pick. And now here comes the commissioner. I think it's going to be Caleb Wilson. We'll see.
With the fourth pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Caleb Wilson
And Caleb Wilson, 4 for 4. So Caleb Wilson, number 4 overall to the Chicago Bulls. So Caleb Wilson had his season cut short this season because of a hand injury, but during his time in North Carolina, he's played well.
and certainly on the court, the ability to process information, the ability to read scouting
So it's
reports.
good getting to the rim.
Intelligence here. I love everything about him. He is joining a front court
It's good defensive instincts.
they're going down to get the trade Nick Claxton here. That is the making of a front row to the new general manager in Bryson Graham.
Good offensive upside for him. Okay, the Clippers are on the clock now. Either Keaton Wagler or Darius Acuff Jr., I would expect. Let's see who I have. So the first 4 picks are right. I have Keaton Wagler getting picked to the Clippers here. Of course, originally Indiana's pick, but it fell into the top 5 because there was a... Wait, really? North Carolina hasn't had a top 5 pick since 2005. I did not know that. Yes, this clip is the Clippers pick because of the Ivica Zubac trade. Because it fell into the top 5. It's a top 5 protected pick. First North Carolina player selected in the lottery since 2019, when Kobe White and Cameron Johnson got selected. Of course, Kobe White, the former Chicago Bull, he was traded to the Charlotte Hornets this season at the deadline. But Caleb Wilson lands in a good place to potentially lead a rebuild. Of course, the Michael Jordan connection, North Carolina and the Bulls. So the Clippers are having their watch party just outside their arena. So we did expect the top 4 was going to be chalk. We expected it to be chalk, and it looks like it is going to be chalk. So I got the first 4 picks correct. We'll see if I can go 5 for 5. I think Keaton Wagler is going to be the pick here. Of course, he had that 40-point game that we did with, I think it was Illinois and Purdue, where he had an incredible game. And of course, Darius Acuff could be another option as well. The pick is in for the Clippers. We'll see who they pick. And Darius Acuff, another good shooter. I definitely see either of these guys being a Steph Curry type of player in the NBA. Oh, yeah, they're talking about the Purdue game. That was a great one. All right, here's the commissioner. Pick is in. Let's see who they pick.
With the 5th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the LA Clippers select Keaton Wagler.
Yes. Keaton Wagler, number 5 overall to the Clippers. So Keaton Wagler outside the top 100. Going to Illinois, putting the team on his back. Let's see if I can find. Okay. Ah, yes, here it is. There we go. That is the Keaton Wagler's breakout game against Purdue. Oh yeah, they're talking about 46 points, 9 for 11 from 3. Okay, here we go. This is the short that I had of Keaton Wagler. 22 seconds. Wagler drives inside, puts it up, and puts it in. 44 for Keaton Wagler. 22 seconds. Wagler drives inside, puts it up, and puts it in. 44 for Keaton Wagler. 22 seconds. Okay, so Keaton Wagler goes number 5. This pick, the Brooklyn Nets, at number 6. They got a minute left on the clock. I have them taking Mikel Brown Jr. So, best available, Darius Acuff, Kingston Flemings, Braden Burry's up there as well. Mikel Brown Jr., Dave Mara. I mean, it depends on who they want. The pick is in, but yeah, it's interesting here who they'll get. I think number 6 is Mikel Brown Jr. That's my opinion. And they're celebrating.
There's a lot of joy that we're seeing from Sean Marks right in the middle, from Joe Tsai, and the Nets. They seem to be thrilled with whatever selection they just made. It's just about time for us to be clued in on the party. So let's go back to the podium.
I think this is the home team's pick at the draft. I think Barclays Center is the site for the draft. Here we go.
With the sixth pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Michael Brown Jr.
There we go! First 6 picks right. Mikel Brown Jr.
Brooklyn fans thrilled here at Barclays Center, and Michael Brown Jr., who was asked during the pre-draft process.
He's definitely a great talent from Louisville. He's had some good moments with them. I think we had him on a Monday night. Forgot who they were playing, but it was a game. It was a part of a doubleheader. Part of a doubleheader. Anyway, we turned the game off early. With Mikel Brown Jr. I think he had 30 points with at halftime. I forgot which game that was. Let me double check. Oh yeah, it was NC State. That was the one before Arizona, Kansas. That was a anticipated game at the time. It's part of a Super Monday of college basketball. And Mikel Brown Jr., 6'3". He's a 3-level scorer. Oh yeah, that was the game he came back when they played NC State. Yeah, that was right. All right, so the 7th pick is going to the Sacramento Kings. So we'll see who they get here. Of course, not a good season last year. They have a talented team with Zach LaVine, Russell Westbrook, but an older Russell Westbrook. But I think my pick here would be Darius Acuff Jr. See if I go 7 for 7. So 6th pick goes to Mikael Brown Jr. Now Sacramento on the clock with the 7th pick. Hawks will be up next with the 8th. And the Dallas Mavericks will have the 9th overall pick. As Commissioner is coming to the podium here, who will the 9th pick be?
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Darius Acuff Jr. from the University
7 for 7!
Darius Acuff, the Bob Cousy Point Guard of the Year, joins the fraternity of John Calipari guards in the NBA. And this is really full circle because he's been selected by the Sacramento Kings. His father played point guard at Eastern Kentucky, and his dad's coach, Scott Perry, who's now in the front office for Sacramento. I mean, if you look up the definition of an electrifying scorer, you're going to see that.
So 8th pick. I have Kingston Flemings. We'll see if this streak continues.
He's a creator, averaged 23 points, over 6 assists. He was the only player in Division I to average over 20, over 6 assists, and shoot 44% from three. He is powerful, compact, and he's got great speed. And his ability not only in transition, but to get to the basket and to finish plays. And he played hurt throughout the year. He had a toe problem. He was in a boot the second half of the year. He had a boot during the week, and John Calipari was trying to get him to take the game off, and he wouldn't do it. Didn't really have many bad games at all. But Darius Acuff Jr., lightning quick in transition, but just elite offensively. Can shoot it, can drive it, and an excellent passer that's got terrific vision. Really good in pick and roll situations, shot over 48% from the field. Very good in isolation as well, but the speed and the length that he has at 6'2", and the way he finished the year, his last 8 games, he averaged 26 points a game and shot 48% from three. You know, the MVP of the Southeastern Conference tournament. He was absolutely unstoppable. Played with some good players. You know, Malik Thomas is expected to be taken in the first round as well, Trevin Brazil, but Darius Acuff was the man. And look at this one. I mean, he's the only SEC player. He and Pete Maravich, the only players in the SEC to lead in scoring.
So Darius Acuff Jr. averaged 23.5 points a game, 6.4 points a game, or 6.4 assists per game, in the range of Pete Maravich.
There's you are playing out right now. Just what makes this moment so special to you?
Very special. Seeing him smile at the best moment.
And Dad, just you took him to the gym when he was just 4 years old. Just how did you know that he was born to play ball?
Eyes, you know, it was the look in his eyes when he first was born. His eyes lit up when he put basketball in his hand. So I knew it was something brewing.
I know you guys must be proud. Congratulations to all.
Thank you.
Okay, so the Atlanta Hawks on the clock here. We'll see who they pick. Hopefully,
We're going to take a break here. When we come back,
we'll see.
that are on the clock.
As the Hawks pick, we will take a break. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. The Hawks pick is in. We will see who they pick.
It would tie the record for the consecutive number of freshmen taken at any point in the draft.
So I have Kingston Flemings here. We'll see if this is where Kingston Flemings will be picked. With the 8th pick,
The Atlanta Hawks select Kingston Clemens.
Kingston Flemings.
The first Houston freshman to earn All-America honors. He is headed to the Hawks. Remember, this deal was as part of the Derrick Queen trade last year. But at the NBA level, defense is going to be his calling card. But shooting was a huge area of growth for him from high school to college. And Grant, his breakout day was once again that same day that we saw several freshmen have these huge scoring careers.
We just got an update from the World Cup. Croatia has won 1-0 over Panama. So they have 3 points in the group. Panama has been officially eliminated from the World Cup. So that's the latest there. Of course, Portugal beat Uzbekistan 5-0. England tied with Ghana 0-0. But Croatia's third in the group, behind Ghana and England. Of course, tonight, Colombia will play DR Congo. So Kingston Flemings. See, number 9, if this goes right, I have Burries going next pick. Braden Burries to Dallas. So Kingston Flemings number 8 to Atlanta. I think that's a good Trae Young replacement, in my opinion. So you got Nate Amon, Ade Mara. It's the best available versus best fit.
Now, Mr. D, you had Kingston and his sister Bella, who's also a star hooper. You had them write out goals. Just tell me, why did you think that was so important as you see him sitting here now as an NBA first round draft pick?
I mean, ultimately, it was never about what I wanted, and I think our job as parents is to just guide our kids on how to achieve their goals instead of placing our thought process on them and what we want for them. So they write down their goals, and then our job is to just keep pushing them towards that.
Mom, how proud are
So the World Cup update.
Proud. I always tell Kingston, little Kingston would be even more proud of what he's accomplished with the goals that he set forth so many years ago.
So Colombia would secure a spot in the round of 32 with a win tonight against the DR Congo.
I love that Kingston, he published a letter today that was addressed to all the general managers in the NBA. I've never seen that before. Now, he's found his home here with the Atlanta Hawks. The Dallas Mavericks are on the clock, and it's been a week of change.
So of course the Mavericks, they got Dusty May yesterday, signed to be the head coach, coming over from Michigan. And we'll see. This could be a place where they could pick a Michigan player here.
Well, I think you have to get it big. I do. I know you've got Kyrie, you've got Kyrie Irving coming back. You can certainly go guard and have some of the backup over here, but I think when you look either at Gasol Lenderberg or Brett,
And we'll see. I think if Braden Burris gets drafted to Dallas, I think Kyrie Irving's traded.
Now, of course, the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks, but he was on this desk with us talking about maybe you're interested to help select this head coach. Is there a style of play that you think
So of course with Cooper Flag, Kyrie Irving, Max Christie, getting Chris Middleton in free agency, or those are upcoming free agents. Chris Middleton and Brandon Williams. Team needs a playmaker and a stretch four. All right, here comes the commissioner out to the podium. We'll see if this streak continues.
With the ninth pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Morez Johnson Jr.
And that's where the streak ends.
Perez Johnson Jr. reuniting here with his head coach, Dusty May? You can see the excitement there. He started in all 40 games for Michigan.
So he stays with Dusty May, where he was with him in college.
Michigan in part because of the development for the NBA. Dusty May kind of looking like a proud pops there. This is a little bit of a homecoming moment here for him. There's going to be some familiar faces as he makes this leap as well. But Morris Johnson Jr., he had a double-double in the championship game against UConn. And Jay, you called him one of the
So Morris Johnson Jr., second team All Big Ten last year. See, I actually am going the last pick in the lottery at 14. He jumps up to the 9th pick. He's actually the third Michigan player that I had drafted, behind Dave Marr and Yaxel Lindeborg. Of course, he's a great defender as well for the national champion Michigan Wolverines. So, of course, the next pick is Milwaukee. This is where I had Nate Ament.
players who have made the jump with their head coach. Rick Pitino, Ron Mercer in the 1997 draft. That's all I'm coming up with, Bobby. Well, that didn't fare well. So hopefully this pairing actually works a lot better. I think the one thing I like about he's got a nasty streak about him, Perez Johnson. And I think what Jason, when you go to a Dallas team that's undersized at the floor, you have PJ Washington right now. You pair him with Cooper Flag in there. That is certainly a big front for him. Lex, I know you said the Dallas team is shooting, but when you think about Morris Johnson Jr., he is working on his shooting. His shooting got better at Michigan, but he's an excellent cutter. He lets the offense come to him. He shot just under 70% at the rim and 90% on dunks, and that's why his teammates were so happy playing with him and now happy for him in this moment.
Yeah, his shooting stroke, when you look at his mechanics, to me, that lends itself to extending his range. But I'm looking at it now defensively. When you put him next to Cooper Flag, you talk about versatility in your front court. Guys that can slide their feet but also play much bigger at the rim. PJ Washington has been playing the floor for them a lot. They finally have a guy that's 6'10" to play there.
Really emotional year for his family. This is a dream that they've collectively been working toward, and now Morez is the piece of. Morez, how much do you think your coach had a little bit to do with this pick?
It's crazy, man. We got work to do. Back to work.
What does this moment mean to you?
It's going to mean a lot to me, man. I've been about this since I was a little kid. Dallas always been a place I wanted to go. And it's insane that I'm actually going to Dallas.
And Dad, I can see what it means to you. Can you describe what you're feeling right now?
Man, it's amazing. It's amazing. We worked hard for it, though. For real.
And you told him back in 6th grade when he was doubting himself a little bit that you told him what he had to
So,
do to
of
make his dreams
course, Morris Johnson Jr. spent time in Illinois, went to Michigan, won a national title.
You amazing. And he was saying, like, ignore all the outside noise. You will catch up to him later. I remember that.
So what do you think about following Coach May to Dallas now?
Man, it's insane. The Michigan Bass now. But I'm very grateful for the email to go back. I'm excited to see what my future
So the Bucks pick is in at number 10. So it's either Nate Amon or a Dave Mara I could see. So key free agents this offseason: Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent Jr. Of course, they traded Giannis Antetokounmpo last night to the Miami Heat in a big deal. They got back Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez. So we'll see what happens here. So it could be Nate Amon from Tennessee. All right, so the pick is in. We'll see.
With the 10th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Braden Burries from the
Braden Burries.
After helping Arizona get to the Final Four, Braden Burries is on his way to Milwaukee, and I'm half surprised, guys, that his family didn't show up here today with their famous T-shirts with his face on them that they wore all season long to his games, which I just love. But Burries, he led Arizona in scoring, just over 16 a game, and his college coach, Monty Wood, describes him as a laid-back, unassuming guy, and it makes sense because he listens to gospel music before games to calm him down. And Bobby, you called him the silent assassin.
Well, I do. I mean, I in fact sit down with him, talk, and he's a man of few words here. But
So 2025-26 honorable mention, All-American.
back in the day of Tom Thibodeau, and now he's a stone throw away in Milwaukee. Here's a big guard, 6'4", 250, grab and go, all types of rebounder here. He's got some toughness with him.
What does a Burries hero backcourt start to look like?
Two guys that can really shoot it and have some toughness to it. And, you know, Braden Burries is from San Bernardino. Really good player in high school, very highly regarded. But this last year, he was number 3 in the country in plus minus behind Yaxel Lendeborg of Michigan and Cameron Boozer of Duke. He impacts winning. He's a smooth shooter, very skilled, fundamentally sound, and he's got really good speed. And he makes really impressive plays at both ends of the floor. I mean, the scoring stands out, his open court ability, but he makes defensive plays. He had a huge block at the end of the game against BYU on the road that wound up saving the game when BYU made an amazing comeback. But he's an instinctive defender, gets steals, and he makes the play that's required. You know, DeAndre Ayton was the only freshman in Arizona that scored more points in his first year than Braden Burries did. He did it on a Final Four team.
So the 11th pick will go to the Golden State Warriors. Of course, Braden Burries. He upped his performance from November to April. Improved by nearly 6.7%. Field goal percentage improved 11%. Three-point percentage improved by 7%. Comparing November to the rest of the season for Braden Burries at Arizona. But here's the Golden State Warriors pick.
Braden, you said that this game is bigger than you and that you have to have multiple whys to play it. Just what were some of the whys for you watching this one?
My wise is just say like I want to take care of my family. You know, I want to inspire the younger generation as next to come.
Of course, the Warriors missing the playoffs this past season. Of course, on the tail end of the Steph Curry, Draymond Green era in Golden State, we'll see.
You here, but you said especially for your dad, this
We'll see how much longer Steph Curry has.
He grew up playing basketball, same with my mom. I just want to make sure that they know that they can live through me, and I try to make them happy every single day.
Mr. Bobby, what does it mean to you to hear him say that?
You know, before I
That the moment belongs to both of you. That him being here belongs to both of you.
Oh man, it's an honor, man. He put a lot of hard work in, a lot of sacrifice. He could have went down the wrong way, not listening. He was really respectful, great character, and we really appreciate him.
Miss Hannah, what kind of person are the Bucks getting in your son?
Well, somebody with a lot of integrity, who is a hard worker, who is dedicated, honest, has great character. He's gonna give it all out there.
Well, we look forward to watching him in the NBA. Congratulations.
Anytime.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. And he's a jumper. I don't know how I lost that in the show, but I felt like I needed to get that off the end.
So the 11th pick, the Golden State Warriors on the clock. Of course, there's season timeline from last year. Let's take a look at this. 37 and 45, second fewest wins in the Steve Kerr era. I think 2020 was their worst. Eliminated by the Suns in the play-in. Missed playoffs for the second time in the last 3 seasons. Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, 83 games missed. Of course, Butler tore his ACL. Who knows if he'll be back next season. We'll see how they do here. So see where they go here at number 11. That's going to be the key here.
I think Leonard Brooks the pick because they have been playing undersized on the wing for several years now. It's just not good enough. And because he's more advanced, he's more mature, you can step him in immediately on opening night with his versatility. He can do a lot of things for you. He's also got the IQ to play in that type of system, which requires you to read all of those guard splits, run a lot of dribble handoff. I think that would be an ideal thing for Golden State.
And he plays both ends of the floor. He's got great length. I mean, he's a plug-and-play guy. He's going to be 24 by the time the season starts. And some people think that's a negative for him for the long term, but for Golden State, they want to win right now. And you can plug him in, he'll fit in great.
Tim Legler does make a good point, though. That might be the first time in my life I've ever called you Tim Legler and you said something like, no.
So Yaxel Lindeborg is still available. We'll see. That would be the pick there.
System here. You come in to plug, play, and fit into a system that has worked around Steph Curry for a very long time.
Well, look at Jonathan Kuminga's in Atlanta now for that exact reason because he had all the talent, but he didn't necessarily fit in efficiently with what they wanted to do offensively. I think you have to be of a certain mindset to play there.
You think about joining a team that is ready to win and having to adjust and learn on the fly. Yaxel Lindeborg, he's had such a long journey from junior college to the mid-majors to Michigan. He has had to adjust throughout his entire career, and he has found success every step of the way. So going to a team that is ready to win and being able to make those adjustments, I believe they can do it. Golden State really looking to try to continue to figure out how they wait for Jimmy Butler because it seems like Bobby Jimmy will be on their roster here moving forward. There was some conversation as to whether or not they would try to maybe package him in some sort of deal for a player like Giannis, who obviously is off the board.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're looking probably after 2 years, I would think, as far as the Jimmy Butler. And once he's moving, too, is another player
Yeah.
that ended the season injured. And now you've got Draymond Green coming up, the player option, 29, that is either opting or
But we'll see what happens.
so it's a win now team that needs win now players.
Yeah, it's a win now team in a conference that has only gotten more difficult since they had that run through the 2010s. We expect Draymond Green to opt into that player option.
I would expect him back in Golden State one way or another. If he opts in, certainly I think you can opt out and maybe give him a little bit of flexibility and maybe another year as a reward.
Well, and we know that they, after some conversations, Steve Kerr is back there as their head coach. So who will be the newest member of the Golden State Warriors? Let's find out together.
All right, here comes the Warriors pick at number 11.
With the 11th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Yaxel Lindeborg.
It is Yaxel Lindeborg to the Golden State Warriors.
You know Yaxel as a national
course, his story going from UAB, he started his career at UAB.
beside him today are one of the remarkable stories of the draft, and you can see the emotion here. But Yaxel credits his mother, Giselle, with saving his life when he was struggling in high school. He told me that when he walks across the stage, he wants people to know that there were so many times he said that it was hard for me to believe in myself, and he was close to giving up. And this woman, Giselle, it was his mom, who used to call him every single draft night and ask him, "Are you watching? Because someday this could be you, and someday this could be us." And Yaxel found out that his mom had appendix cancer last fall, and she's still in that fight. But he told me that this moment is for her.
So Yaxel Lindeborg is going to the Golden State Warriors.
He's an outstanding player. You know, he started his career in junior college at Arizona Western. Two-time JUCO All-American. Went to UAB.
So that was one pick off. I had his teammate Damar going to Golden State at 11.
Assists, steals, and blocks. Cooper Flag at Duke and Yaxel Lindeborg at UAB. Then he goes to Michigan, and he was second in the nation. He led the nation plus minus second in win shares. He's a winner, and improved his three-point shooting. He made 67 threes this year. That's more than the prior 2 years combined. And they say Swiss Army knife with his versatility, but I said last night he's a Swiss Army tank. Because he's built like a tank. He's got a 7'3" wingspan, so he impacts the game at both ends of the floor. Versatility, he's a playmaker. His second jump ability. He's an excellent defender. He's a 3-and-D wing that can operate in pick and rolls. In his last 5 games this season, including playing hurt in the championship game against UConn, he averaged 20 points, shot 62% from the field, and 43% from 3. And gutting it out in that title game was really impressive. Here he is at UAB leading his team in scoring, rebounding, assists, steals, and blocks. He and Cooper Flag. And he's still, even though he's going to be 24 in September, I believe it is, he's still kind of younger in his development, and he keeps getting better. He keeps adding to his game. And culminating with the national championship this last year, but his ability to play both ends of the floor makes him really a perfect fit to go to the Warriors. They have to be really excited to get somebody like Yaxel Lindeborg.
He's strong, mobile, moves well laterally, competes defensively and on the glass. Another thing about Yaxel as well, he plays with so much joy. It's just this infectious joy that spreads to his teammates. I love watching his moment with his mom. Because Yaxel's an incredible story of what can happen when you make sacrifices and you're uncomfortable. He's from New Jersey. His mom said, "You're going to Arizona to junior college. Figure it out." And he did. Yeah, he did with a little push from mom, which I think all of us have needed at different points. And now Yaxel is going to be stuck.
So like the Yaxel Lindeborg story.
See, you're both still feeling it. Just describe to me, Yaxel, what's going through your heart right now?
He went to Arizona Western from 2020 to 23 during COVID shortened season.
You deserve to be here, but I saw you share a long, we all saw you share a long, tearful hug with your mother when you heard your name announced. Just what was she saying to you?
She's saying we did it all the time.
So he transferred to UAB to play for the Blazers
Just 6 years ago, you said
from 2023 to 2025. Then transferred to Michigan.
how did that kid get here?
So he was projected a late first round pick out of UAB last year, but decided to play his season, his redshirt senior season at Michigan, and now he's drafted in the lottery. Arguably one of the best players on that championship team.
She's put her whole life on hold for my life, but I'm super proud of her for fighting so hard, and I'm glad we get to share this moment.
He was the Midwest Region MVP as Michigan advanced to the Final Four. So next pick is the Oklahoma City Thunder. So their pick is in.
We wish you nothing but the best, Miss Giselle. Congratulations.
We do have some breaking NHL news in here. Massive trade between the Blackhawks and Sabres, according to Emily Kaplan of ESPN. The Hawks acquire Bowen Byram and Jordan Greenway. Buffalo gets the 4th pick and 45th pick. And Louis Crevier. So we'll see how he does there. I think that's a good trade for Chicago, getting a veteran and Bowen Byram. Good defenseman there. I check to see when the NHL draft is. That is on Friday night.
With the 12th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Adai Mara from Zaragoza, Spain, and the University of Michigan.
And it is Adai Mara. He's going to OKC. That's kind of strange there. Does this mean that Chet Holmgren's getting traded? So Dave Mara is going to Oklahoma City.
That is, and also he's a guy that you can really trust with the basketball. To go to the right place for dribble handoff. Excellent at reading cuts. Now that offense.
See, he's the tallest player at the combine at 7'3" with no shoes.
A lot of balls get kicked back to the screener, and then you trust to go make a play. He can do that, and then very agile, great rim protector. He's a guy that can do a lot of things defensively to help you on the back end.
Now the 13th pick, this is Miami's pick, which is going to Milwaukee. So 2 players left. So far, I got the entire lottery correct as of now. So next picks, Nate Amon or LeBaron Philon Jr. If those two go, the next 2 picks, then I will predict the lottery correct. So 3 Michigan draft picks here. Morris Johnson Jr. goes to Dallas. Yaxel Lindenborg goes to Golden State, and now Dave Mara will be a Golden State Warrior. All right, so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. All right, we are back. So the Miami Heat are on the clock, but this pick is going to Milwaukee for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Nate Ament. Selected by the Heat, he will go to Milwaukee. So we are now at pick 14. This is Charlotte's pick. So if LeBaron Philon Jr. gets picked here, I will have picked the entire lottery, picked every player selected in the lottery. So you got Nate Amon, and you have Braden Burry selected here. Plus you got Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez Jr. The Bucks might not be all that bad.
Yeah, he's a skilled, graceful athlete, and all he really lacks is strength.
I would say the Bucks, they won't be as bad as people think.
But that's the next thing for him to add.
I think they'll still miss the playoffs next year, but maybe contend for that play-in spot.
Physically, because that's when we thought they could take advantage of him. But he answered the call. And to Bobby's point, you know, he got fouled a lot. Like, he stuck his nose in there and got to the free throw line. His three-point shooting is there. He only shot 33%. He made over 40 of them, but he's got the stroke.
So we'll see who Charlotte picks here.
Affect the game on the defensive end. He's a top 10 talent that got taken at 13.
I've said before, their first big wing talent was a priority. They get Burris now, they get Amen. They've done a nice job filling that.
Nate Amon, we'll see how he does.
Nate, first I want to ask you when you got drafted. We saw you on the phone. Like, who are you talking to?
Talking to Milwaukee staff, super excited to have me. Met with those guys a couple times, so super excited.
Now, you said that no one gets to decide who you are anything more than you. Just when did you decide to
Basketball with my brothers in the back at the park, just realizing how much the game means to me, but how much it brought us closer together.
And this is your moment, I know, but I know that you also wanted to share it with your mom because of everything that you went through. Just your difficult journey from Rwanda to the United States. Just what has your mom taught you about, you know, what was going to be necessary to achieve something like this?
Yeah, I can get emotional speaking about it, but she's always supported me, believed in me. Just seeing like the resilience and the strength through it all means a lot.
Just only you escaped civil war in your home country. I'm told that you worked 3 nursing jobs to help the family. How did watching Nate walk across that stage, shaking the commissioner's hand, how did it make all of that work? Making me feel very happy. I think he's a very good kid. He did everything I told him to. We told him to. He listened. He's a great kid. That's make it easy for me as a mom. Well, congratulations to all of you. Enjoy.
So it's Nate Amon and Braden Burry's going to the Milwaukee Bucks in this draft. All right, so the trade, it is Giannis and Bobby Portis going to Miami. In return, they receive the Bucks receive Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and Kasparis Yakalonis. 13th overall pick, which is Nate Amon. 2031 and 33 first round picks from Miami, 2030 pick swap, and 2033 second round pick. All right, so the pick is in for Charlotte. We'll see who they pick here. I think this is going to be.
What is the residual shrapnel that we can still see from this trade moving forward?
I think this will be LeBaron Philon Jr. I hope so.
Everywhere in Milwaukee, in those offices, because this last 8-week period was just about finding alignment within that organization and moving forward from ownership Jimmy Haslam, Wes Edens to general manager John Horst. It was about turning the page on the Giannis Antetokounmpo era. It was a 13-month odyssey saga for this franchise, and now they end up with 3 first-round picks, all unprotected. So they get Nate Amon, and then they have 1 pick swap, which is far out in 2030.
These players the Bucks have, they could easily trade some of them. We can see them make some moves here.
Yeah, John Morris certainly, he's no stranger to making big moves here. All right, it's the Charlotte Hornets after a resurgence.
So the Hornets on the clock here.
Pick is in. Let's send it back to the podium.
Pigs in for them. We'll see what happens here. We have a trade.
We have a trade to announce. As part of a deal to be finalized later, the Miami Heat are trading to the Milwaukee Bucks the draft rights to Nate Heyman, the 13th pick.
All right, so that's what we already knew. That we all knew Amen is going to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Hannes Steinbach from Würzburg, Germany, and the University
Heinz Steinbach, drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, 14th overall.
And is now headed to Charlotte. And he played professionally in Germany before coming to Washington. His father, as you can see, was actually teammates with Dirk Nowitzki in Germany. And Steinbach's mentor interacted with him when he was a kid, hung around his dad's practices. And Steinbach told our Bobby Marks that he believes his rebounding can keep him in the
He's from Würzburg, Germany. Same hometown as Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, we talk about the German lineage at the University of Washington. He relied a lot on depth chart. That is the person that has sort of come under his wing here. And as you mentioned, his dad played with Dirk Nowitzki. 4.8 offensive rebounds per game, high level.
He's got huge hands too, and to your point, Link, about rooting him out, his lower body strength is really impressive. But with those great hands and strength made him the nation's leading rebounder. He's the first freshman to lead the country in rebounding since Michael Beasley did that at Kansas State. He can post, he can step away and shoot it a little bit. He made 18 threes this year, shot about 34-35% from three. Good court sense. But that rebounding piece, he had 24 rebounds in a game earlier this year against USC, and he's got multiple effort plays, and he's a quick jumper with second jump.
So Burkhard Steinbach, who is Hans Steinbach's father, played with Dirk Nowitzki. Met him as a kid.
And you can see Burkhard Steinbach, that's Hannes' father, with Dirk there as former teammates. And now Hannes is with our Lisa Salters. Hannes, you were the first freshman since 2008 to lead the nation in rebounding. Other than being tall, which you are, just what are the Hornets getting in you that makes you such an elite rebounder?
I think just my energy to always go to the ball, always press defensible, always want to finish the play on defense. I just enjoy breathing the glass.
Now we have a message from a very special friend we want you to take a listen to.
They're showing a video of Dirk Nowitzki, but can't hear anything.
So I've got to ask, sir, if he didn't get his skills from you, where did he get them from?
From the mother.
Okay, that makes sense. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations. It's a family affair there for the Steinbach family. That was a good sense of humor. We apologize for the audio difficulties that we had there. But coming up next, AJ Devonta, the #1 pick, is
I don't know who didn't have the sound on tape. We'll take a break. The Bulls are on the clock next when we come back. Okay, we are back. So it looks like the Chicago Bulls are on the clock as we are now outside of the lottery. So we'll see who gets picked next. As we now have the pick. It is in, I think it'll be either Kyrie Lopez or Christian Anderson Jr.
Chicago Bulls select Dalen Swain from the University of Texas.
Huh. It's a bit of a stunner there. Did not expect that. Dalen Swain going to go to the Bulls out of Texas.
Scoring and rebounds, assists, steals, and his three memories in the NBA are watching Russ, KD, James Harden, and our guy Nick Kirk. This is Oklahoma City, and I do love this. He says that he uses
He followed Coach Sean Miller after 2 seasons at Xavier. Only player in a major conference to lead a team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. So he's definitely their best player. He's definitely a talented player. We'll see how he does at the next level. That's going to be the key.
He's got good skills and good athleticism. But most of his scoring is below the rim. But he can slash, get downhill, very good in transition, and he's tough. He's a really good cutter and crashes the glass. One thing that he needs to improve upon is his three-point shooting consistency. Shot under 30% from three for his career. And I think he can improve his lateral quickness, but he's a tough-minded wing that can get to the rim and really move in transition.
Good finisher. I think the shooting is going to be the big lead for him. And this is one of the biggest jumps up we have right now from where he was expected to go to where he ultimately was picked. We know shooting is when it comes to some of these picks.
God, it wasn't a tax.
With Dalen Swain without question. I was wondering if they were going to
So last season, 17.3 points a game, 54% from the field, 7.5 rebounds a game. So the 16th pick, it'll be the Grizzlies pick. It was originally the Magic's pick after they traded for Desmond Bain.
you were number one in college and you had no thought of dropping, is how you put it now. So how did this feel? And also, when did you know? When did you get the call?
I didn't get a call. My dad had my phone the whole time. So when they said the pick was in, I was hoping that was me. And Adam said the phone my name, and I was super excited.
And that's how you wanted it to be, right? To live in the moment, to not get some tip from an agent or a call from a front office. You wanted it to be Adam Silver who gave you this dream moment.
Exactly how I wanted it.
And how did it live up to how you pictured it?
It's just super surreal. How you envision it. When you're a kid, you just think about hands down. It's exactly how you feel.
I know that a lot of people are saying it's very cool that you're already looking forward to summer league and putting in the work. Who is the Washington Wizards? Who are they getting? And how are we going to be talking about you 10 years from now?
I mean, they're getting a super versatile player. He's willing to play multiple positions, guard multiple positions, but do whatever it takes to win. Just to help your dream out.
What do you think, AJ, that you need to improve upon as you mature as an NBA player?
Probably just off-ball defense, just being more engaged, and just consistently working on my three-point stroke.
I know one area that you've talked about improving in this past season was your leadership, especially when Richie Saunders went down. How did you grow as a leader at BYU?
I think I did. As soon as Richie went down, KY kind of challenged me to be that leader. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I could do it. So I was 19, and there's like 24-year-olds on my team, but he was telling me like, if you go to a big next year, it's a big deal. It doesn't matter if you do it.
I played in Washington a long time ago, longer than I played for the Knicks, by the way. But they will get behind the team. They will get behind the team. I think you're the kind of guy that can do that with them. What do you know about like their personnel? They got a lot of young guys, a lot of young picks on that roster. What do you know about their style?
I thought the clock was at 8 minutes for a second. But is Memphis on the clock? We'll see who they pick here. So Christian Anderson could definitely be one to pick. Don't think the board has updated. All right, let's get this updated. Okay, there we go.
Live on the air. That's a nice John Hancock that he's got there. This is the very first NBA trading card. Let's see it. All right. And what does it say at the bottom there?
First NBA auto.
First NBA auto. NBA auto. AJ, your message to Washington Wizards fans that are watching right now.
I'm just ready to come to the city and just work. I'm just work ready. I came here to do big things.
We're ready. I am so excited for you, happy for you, and I've got to say, my friend, your lineup is clean.
Crispy.
Yeah.
Crispy. Shout out Mario. Shout out Mario, my barber.
How many haircuts in the past
3 haircuts in 2 days.
Is that a record?
That's my record.
That's Jay's record.
I had the same today.
AJ, thank you so much for the time. We really, really appreciate it. In the meantime, it's the Memphis Grizzlies that have been on the clock that have made their selection here. Let's send it.
So the Grizzlies have made their selection. Let's go to the podium. I think we're going to the podium. All right, here we go.
With the 16th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Bennett Sturts from the University of Iowa.
So Bennett Sturts from Iowa.
Bennett Sturts is
Interesting.
rise to the NBA. He didn't receive any Division I scholarship offers, and now he's a first-round pick. And at Iowa, he led the
He's okay at Iowa. I thought
furthest they've gone in the NCAA.
we'll see how he does.
9 years, all smiles here for his family. And you called Sturts your top sleeper.
The transferred from Drake after a season, played at Northwest Missouri State. And now he is going to the Memphis Grizzlies. So we'll see how he does there with them. And we just got breaking news from Sean's, our first draft night trade. Just popped up here. All right, here it is. They are trading Sturts to Oklahoma City for 2 second-round picks. So basically, Oklahoma City's gonna have 2 back-to-back first-round picks. That's definitely something to watch out for there.
One of the things you love here, you're looking at Oklahoma City, you gotta trust their talent evaluation. So you know
So OKC with the 17th pick. So he was just traded to Oklahoma City.
talk about him defensively. Well, this is a team that's got the defensive infrastructure. Around a guy like this that can space the floor, make great decisions, and make people better with his passing.
Oklahoma City still on the clock here once again. So Bennett Sturts on his way to Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, we know, likes to collect these picks. They're on the clock here, Bobby, as we roll to number 17. Well, I think this is a lot.
I mean, I'm surprised.
There's probably going to be another move for Oklahoma City. I said it before the draft started. I think they weren't going to make a trade. They did. So my whole prediction is wrong here. But I do think how Sturts fits in, I think it's perfect.
But I appreciate that you. All right, so it says Oklahoma City. Let's just take a breath here because picks are flying, and I'm trying to keep up with our Sham Sharanya here, who's reporting these at lightning speed. So this pick is on its way to Memphis, and they flip flopped here. So it says OKC. This is Memphis, and then
Okay, so this pick is on its way to. So swap the picks. Sturts is going to Oklahoma City. And this pick by OKC is going to be. I think this is going to be. This is going to be Memphis' pick here. As you see on the screen there. The Trailblazers hired Makai Nori as their head coach. And of course, the trade for Giannis. Up there. Of course, the Timberwolves. I don't know why they would trade away. I don't know why they didn't keep Tiago Splitter. That is definitely mind-blowing to me. So we'll see where John Morant goes. That'll be interesting. All right, so Grizzlies are receiving the 17th pick and 2 second-round picks for Bennett Sturts. So this is Philadelphia's pick from the Jared McCain trade. All right, so we'll see. We'll see where this pick will go. So that pick is officially going to. That pick will go to Memphis. A little bit confused on the wording there at first, but you can confirm that is going to Memphis. Who? Ibuka Corey. I don't understand. So this pick is going to Memphis, not OKC. First team All ACC. All right, we have another trade. Memphis is trading this pick, the 17th pick, to Detroit and they'll move back to 21 for 3 second-round picks. So, so Okori is going to Detroit instead of Memphis. So the 17th pick traded from OKC to Memphis, and now it's on its way to Detroit, according to Shams Charania. They're moving back to 21st.
Excellent vision, can pass or finish with his right or left hand, but a guy that creates for himself in addition for others. So he averages under 4 assists a game. And that size to be able to finish them creatively with that floater. Draws fouls. He's got toughness. Gets to the line over 7 times per game in his freshman year at Stanford.
And you saw that his family was wearing some colorful traditional garb. His parents are to the United States in 1999. Certainly a career making his family proud. Jay Billis, your best available now as we are just over the half.
All right.
First round of this NBA draft. Could one of these young men be next off of the board? We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Charlotte Hornets on the clock.
All right, so the Charlotte Hornets are on the clock with the 18th pick. We'll be right back after this. All right, we are back. The 19th pick is in by the Charlotte Hornets. Or 18th pick, excuse me. Christian Anderson Jr. from Texas Tech. He's definitely a great player for them. So Christian Anderson Jr., who's now on the Charlotte Hornets. So Christian Anderson, Big 12 most improved player. If we can get, there's not much about where he was. He got his first career start in February of 25. He's named to the all-freshman team. Huh. And he represents Germany at the international level. His father, Christian Anderson Sr., was a professional basketball player over there. Even though he was born in Atlanta. So now, the 19th pick, the Toronto Raptors are on the clock. We'll see who they pick here. So Steinbach and Anderson on the German U19 team. So we'll see what happens here. So Shams Charania is there. So report, okay, that's the, so Grizzlies received the 21st pick and 3 second-round picks. So Ibuka is going to, or Okori is going to the Detroit Pistons with that pick. So it is Toronto. LeBaron Finland's still there. A lot of people, including myself, had him as a lottery pick. Of course, Finland was great at Alabama.
But to Bobby's point, like LeBaron Philon a couple years ago, his reputation was as a lockdown defender. And then last year, he doubled his scoring average. He averaged 22 a game. Another guy that put up, I mean, he had multiple 25-point games and was really reliable. And in big games, he played his best. He's a really good player that in a lot of years, he'd be a lottery pick.
Right. And like, you went undrafted. You ended up having a very long, successful career in the NBA. But I imagine at this point, you're midway through the first round. The NBA invited a lot of young men here into the green room so that they can have their moment. But I would also imagine at this point, there's a little bit of nerves that also start to sit in for those that are still left.
Oh, there's no doubt. If you watch your name called, you're starting to now wonder, when is that going to
So
happen?
let's see who is in the green room.
It's a very tense moment for yourself, for your family. Certainly, you would like to have gone higher. At this point, though, you just are desperately hoping to hear your name called. And I do agree with this pick. This has to be some further shooting. Philon's a guy that can score if he get his own. Gary Ricard's another guy I look at here. Deep, deep shooter, highly athletic, can get out and run. He can make deep NBA three-point shots.
Well, we will see who the next member of the NBA fraternity is. The commissioner is back with the pick.
All right, the commissioner's there with the pick.
19th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Alan Graves from Santa Clara University.
Alan Graves
Santa Clara
from Santa Clara.
several notable NBA players here recently. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, Brandon Pajemski, of course, Steve Nash, and now Alan Graves, the West Coast Conference.
So Alan Graves,
Coming off the bench, 31
his brother
games,
Marshall Graves played at LSU.
all-WCC honors as well, Jay. And his
2024 Gatorade Player of the Year for Louisiana.
Came out of nowhere playing for Herb Sendak at Santa Clara. 6'7" or so, got 7-foot wingspan. He's
So 7-foot wingspan.
powerful, high IQ, really good offensive rebounder. He's got versatility. Can throw
2025-26 Freshman of the Year in the West Coast Conference.
about 12 points per game, almost 3 offensive rebounds per game, and he's a good open three-point shooter. But when he operates as a screener in a pick and roll, he can roll hard or pop. He plays angles really well, and he's got great hands on the defensive end. He gets a lot of deflections and a lot of steals. There's a lot to learn here about Alan Graves.
That's the thing for me. He's got great anticipation on defense. He can be ahead of the play. He can dictate.
So out of the rights are
But even if he puts himself a step behind, he's got quick hands.
25-26 Sixth Man of the Year for the West Coast Conference.
He's a pick and popper, not guard, but he has the ability.
And he will go north of the border to Toronto.
He's also a great connected piece off
Now coming up for the 20th pick, this is San Antonio.
tape your legs. What player do you see Toronto getting?
I think this is a guy right here that is so smart.
So this pick,
He's going through a situation that is very helpful for him as a player because remember, this is
let's see.
7 games with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're close. They're right there. And now he comes in a situation, not a lot of pressure on him. I think he can be a rotation.
So this was originally Atlanta's pick.
His shooting, ultimately, I think,
I think this is the DeJounte Murray trade, if I'm not mistaken.
a bit long to get it off. But there's no doubt he's accurate from out there, and it addresses a major need. They're low volume, low percentage three-point shooting.
Yeah, solid shooting numbers, 51% from the field, 41% from threes. You can see Santa Clara, this is my conference, the WCC, starting to put together a reflection here.
Santa Clara players grabbed in the first round. Brandon Pajemski to the Warriors. Jalen Williams to Oklahoma City. Steve Nash. Another notable name. Really, the past 5 years or so, Santa Clara started to come out pretty good.
Was Cameron Newsom, the versatility, the two-way playability,
So they definitely have a good team there.
pretty good company there. The San Antonio Spurs are now on the clock, and we just saw them in some ways, Bobby, be slightly ahead of schedule there, although
So of course, some say the Spurs overachieved this past year.
No, I agree. I think there's no team better positioned right now when you look at all 5 starters returning on this roster. They're 4-4 off the bench here. They've got the 20th pick. They also have 4 seconds. I think it's going to be interesting where do they go size? I think we saw in that Knicks series, you could have used a lot more size. Do they take a flyer on Jaden Franklin, who is
So yeah, Cameron Carr there still available.
Players 22 and under, they just got to ripen, and I think they're going to learn a lot about themselves over the course of the summer and add another piece right here.
We just saw Kareem Lopez. We're showing guys that are still in the room, but Lopez is one of the tremendous stories here, Jay, of this draft.
Yeah, Frank Urshela has spoken about his ruggedness and how talented he is. But to your point, Legs and Bobby, you know, if size is an issue in this pick, another guy is pretty
And fans are booing the San Antonio Spurs.
defensive rebounders and offense is tremendous, especially in the second half of the season for Kelvin Sampson. He'd be an interesting selection there, too.
Jaden Quaintance, Terrence Reed Jr. I mean, there's a good selection, a good group of bigs. If that's where the Spurs are going, they've got great options. They all do things a little differently, but the impact can be immediate. And what they've proven, Bobby, is they're not afraid to trust really young players in really big moments.
I mean, how about the lineup? I mean, certainly Dylan Harper, the ability to close some of these games. Stephon Castle. I think we're going to see a big lift from Carter Bryant, who had some moments during the finals. So age, as we say, is just, you know.
It's usually we say that as two
So Chris Senac Jr. is also there in the green room.
as well. Youth is not always wasted on a young Jay.
Yeah, it is.
Says the elder statesman of our draft here. So the Spurs, they are deliberating, they are deciding. When you look at the landscape of the West, the legs, I think there is a sentiment around the league of if Icks were Fitz, we'd all be drunk. But also, if the Oklahoma City Thunder had been healthy, maybe that game seven could have looked different. The Spurs, they carry that ship.
Well, they definitely do. Look, this is a 62-win team that had to go on the road against the defending champions in a Game 7 in that environment and play as well as they did. And I think a lot of people thought, hey, foregone conclusion, whoever wins that game wins an NBA title. The Knicks had a lot to say about that because they had found perfect chemistry at the right time.
Of course, the Spurs in the NBA Finals last year under Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, all those guys.
Expectations weren't there. He found a way to crack it. This is going to be tougher for this pick.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron.
We'll see how the Spurs do here.
Locker room and their expectations, led by Victor Wembanyama's expectations of himself, are high. The pick is in.
With the 20th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Jaden Quaintance from the University of Kentucky.
Jaden Quaintance from Kentucky.
Quaintance, he measured at 6'9" without shoes, but he is one of the longer reaches in this draft.
I don't like that pick.
Bobby, really good defender,
Big
Big 12 All-Defensive selection in Arizona.
12 all defensive team selection at Arizona State.
Came off that knee injury, and he only played a few games at Kentucky, but he wowed teams during his combine individual workout as far as the ability to be out there. I think you can monitor his health and you can bring him out, bring him really slowly with the season coming.
Yeah, he's 1 year removed from tearing his ACL in Arizona State, transferred to Kentucky, he played just 4 games, and then he dealt with some swelling in that knee. But his head coach at Kentucky, Mark Pope, said Quaintance is one of the most physically strong, explosive, powerful human beings that I've ever seen, and that is what the
So we will take a quick break. We'll be right back. The Detroit Pistons 21st pick coming up next. Okay, we are back. Looks like the Pistons pick is just about to be in. So, oh, that's right. This is going to go to the the Memphis Grizzlies. So the 16th overall pick, where Bennett starts, was received by the Thunder. The Pistons get the 17th pick, Ibuka Okori, and the 21st pick goes to Memphis. That was from Detroit. So 5 future second round picks from Memphis. They're stocking up on picks. So they got 5 second round picks out of this. Alright, so let's get... Here are the picks. As a reminder, let's get the draft picks from today. Number 1, Adrian Bonson to Washington. Darren Peterson, number 2 to Utah. Cameron Boozer, number 3 to Memphis. Caleb Wilson, number 4 to Chicago. Keaton Wagler, number 5 to the LA Clippers. And the Pistons pick it. They're selecting right now. Let's get in here. Kareem Lopez from Mexico to the NBA. Kareem Lopez. The first Mexican-born player to be taken in the first round, Kareem Lopez. And he will go to the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, so Mikel Brown Jr. is taking with the 6th pick to Brooklyn. Darius Acuff Jr. 7th pick to Sacramento. Kingston Fleming's pick number 8 to Atlanta. Morez Johnson Jr. picked number 9 to Dallas. Braden Burries number 10 to Milwaukee. Yaxel Lindenborg number 11 to Golden State. Ade Mara number 12 to Oklahoma City. Nate Ament number 13 to Miami, but he will go to Milwaukee. It's part of the honest deal. Heinz Steinbach number 14 to Charlotte. Jalen Swain number 15 to Chicago. Number 16, Bennett Sturts to Memphis. He will be traded to Oklahoma City. Number 17, Ibuka Okori to Oklahoma City. He will be traded to Memphis. Or no, he's traded to Memphis, and that pick is going to Detroit now. Christian Anderson Jr. to Charlotte at 18. Alan Graves, number 19 to Toronto. Jaden Quintance, the 20th pick to San Antonio. And now it's Kareem Lopez to Detroit, and he will be sent to Memphis. So that is a quick recap of the draft so far. The first Mexican-born player to be taken in the NBA draft. Now the Philadelphia 76ers, this is the Thunder's pick. They got this in the Jared McCain trade. And that pick originally came from Houston. Was that the Russell Westbrook trade? I don't know. It could have been that long ago. Let me see. Two protected first-round picks, 2 pick swaps. It could be the Russell Westbrook trade. So LeBaron Fadlan Jr. is still there. But Philadelphia, this is their pick. We'll see what happens here.
When you talk about the Sixers, starts with if, and then the next thing is guys being healthy, right? That's what it's all dependent upon. I think I look at their team. There's a lot of talent there, and I think right now you take the best available talent, the guy that you think that you can put on an NBA court immediately. You don't need a guy that's a project that you're thinking 3, 4 years down the road. With the veterans they have, if they are healthy, they're going to be in the mix in the East. You want a guy that can play tomorrow night. I think Phylon would be a good pick for that reason.
You say best available. I think Jay Billis. Who is the best available, Jeff?
He's next up on the list. I had him as the number 13 player in the draft, and other drafts he'd be higher, top 10. With his scoring ability, 22 points a game, speed, you name it, his ability to work in pick and rolls. I think Jared Carr's available from Baylor as a spectacular athlete on the wing. He's 6'4" with a long arm. There are a number of ways they could go, but Phylon's the best prospect on the
So we'll see. Phylon is definitely the best prospect left right now. I'm surprised he's sliding this far. I think if Philadelphia takes him here, it would be a big steal.
LeBaron Phylon to get into the paint, where he also finished better as a sophomore. Finished 67% of his shots at the rim. I second the LeBaron, second, third, fourth. LeBaron Phylon comment. I think this becomes a consensus at this point when you're looking at
Hopefully I'll make us look bad.
Right,
Remember, Philly took a player in the 20s and it turned out to prove to be better than Tyrese Maxey.
but we've also said
It took Tyrese Maxey with a pick in the 20s. That's true. Where the 76ers did, arguably their best player right now.
different ways that teams, even at this
And we'll see if they pick him here.
still get a player that can affect their team immediately in a positive way. And that's where we've been talking about the depth of this draft. This draft class, Jay, it literally changed the rules for the NBA because there was so much talent up and down even here in the 20s.
Yeah, I don't remember a class quite like this. I mean, you talked about the record number of freshmen that were taken in a row. It's an extraordinary freshman class that put up just big time numbers and backed up everything everybody said about it. But you've got players that are further down in this draft that would be players taken now that would be lottery picks in other years, and that's an extraordinary thing.
Yeah, it really speaks to the talent that exists up and down this draft. We're seeing a lot of smiles here from the Phylon table. I'm not sure if that's an inclination.
So we'll see. I think there's a hint that Phylon is going to be drafted to. I think he's going to be drafted here to Philadelphia. Oh yeah, I think he knows. I think this is going to be Phylon here at 22. The commissioner is here with the 76ers pick.
With the 22nd pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select LeBaron Phylon.
And it's LeBaron Phylon Jr. That is a steal for the 76ers. So LeBaron Phylon Jr. He stayed in school last year, ended up improving his draft stock, but went to the University of Alabama, and now he is a draft pick, first round.
He's never had to improve his handles. He has had that from the very beginning. The ball is on a string with LeBaron Phylon. And now that he has the more prep shooting, he can get into the paint. And with going to Philly, think of all the options he has to find around him. He also improved his assist per game this year.
Yeah, his freshman year, Andre, he was known as a lockdown defender. I don't want to say he took a step back in that last year, but because of his scoring, his defense kind of took a back seat. But he still gets steals and he's
So now Atlanta's on the clock next. We'll see who gets picked here.
An excellent athlete. He had 12 games where he scored 25 points or more. And, I thought he was underrated. Arguably the most improved player, going from good player at Alabama to star this last season.
Yeah, when you look at his numbers, certainly you see that improvement there.
He has a nasty start-stop game, and that translates really well to the open floor in the NBA. There's nobody better for him to go learn from than
So 24-25, 10.6 points a game. Improve that to 22 points a game. His field goal percentage and 3-point percentage improved as well. Assists per game improved a little bit too. So this is Atlanta on the clock now. We'll see who they pick. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. The pick is in for the Atlanta Hawks. We'll see who they pick here. All right. So the pick is in for Atlanta. We'll see who they pick here.
With the 23rd pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Zuby Ejiofor.
Zuby Ejiofor from St. John's. Began at Kansas before transferring to St. John's, playing to Rick Pitino. He's definitely a great player. Definitely great talent there. I definitely like him going there.
And he's a really good passer. He had a 23% assist rate. He just gets things done out there. He may be a limited perimeter shooter, but his offensive rebounding, his quickness in the post, his activity in short rolls, and his ability to pass. He just plays hard at an athletic rebounder who's trying to get back the game.
And now it's the defending champs who beat them in the first round. They've been around the clock. This moment is for New York. New York.
And now the New York Knicks, the NBA champions, on the clock at 24.
So should I break it to them, Bobby? After all that celebration, that this pick is headed to the Los Angeles Lakers.
This pick is headed to the Lakers.
Do not let us stop your celebration.
So the 24th pick will go to the Lakers. And I think the 25th will be the New York Knicks pick.
It's complete, but there's still some depth issues. They're still trying to figure out what's going to happen to Mitchell Robinson, so there could be a need there for a backup center. They probably would like to have a little bit more size as a guard coming off the bench instead of going with Miles McBride and Jose Alvarado. Like there's just a little bit more size as a ball handler. But look, this team found perfect chemistry at the right time. There's not a whole lot to add when you just won an NBA championship.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head, depth, right? But yeah, I saw Jose Alvarado walking around here, and he's got a, listen, he could be a free agent. He's got a player option deal here, and I think when you look at Landry Shamet and Mitchell Robinson, I think when we're looking at New York going back from 24 to 25, I know it's still the Lakers pick right now, but Cameron Carr could certainly be a replacement as far as when you're looking at shooting.
I'm not so. I don't want to rush to turn the page for the New York Knicks from the championship, like because it was so special to see a team. We were at Evan Silver State in our pre-draft show for a team to win their first championship in 53 years. For it to be the New York Knicks, it's just.
So the pick will go to the Los Angeles Lakers. We're still waiting for Shams. Okay, here it is. It's just a basic pick swap according to Shams. It's the 24th and 25th picks.
You know what? If Richard Jefferson can order a replica of his 2016 trophy, I feel that Spike Lee gets to order a replica here as well, Jay. Why not?
They may not get that one back.
He was praying with Stephen A. last year, and those prayers came true. Jay, when you're looking at again, this pick is headed to the Los Angeles Lakers, but your best available at this point, who are the guys that go drive?
Well, Cameron Carr, who Bobby just mentioned from Baylor.
So this pick is going to be going to the Lakers.
So for the Los Angeles Lakers selection, here's NBA Commissioner Steve Silver.
With the 24th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Cameron Carr from Baylor University.
So this is going to be Cameron Carr. This pick will go to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Played his first 2 years of college at Tennessee before really coming into his own at Baylor. And he had a breakout season after transferring, averaging just under 19 points a game at Baylor. His measurables at the combine really skyrocketed his draft stock up, Rhea. How has he developed?
Oh, incredibly. You talk about the combine, 38-inch standing vertical, that was second best. 42.5 max vertical, that was the best among guards. He also put up 30 points in the combine scrimmage. And I talk about the scoring, but my favorite play, he gets a block on one end and then goes down and gets a transition layup dunk alley-oop on the other end. To me, he's an explosive athlete. He's got speed, bounce, body control. He runs the floor hard in transition. And he also has deep range, which opens up the floor for everything else and the rest of his teammates.
He's got a really good looking stroke from deep. He can go out to 23 to 25 feet, so he's not just an athlete. He's a lob threat. He's a guy to get out in transition. I love the way he shoots the basketball as a guy who can just plug in X amount of minutes, space the floor, play off of your playmakers, and be a lob threat or a three-point shooter. It's a rare combination. I'm surprised that he is still on the board this late in the first round.
It takes one to know one, Lex, when you talked about great three-point shooters. But he wasn't always a lockjaw to be a first-round pick.
No, I mean, he didn't play much in Tennessee, then transferred to Baylor. But you guys mentioned it very well. Like, he can shoot the ball. He can spot up. But he's also a driver slasher. Gets to the rim. And, Malika, you mentioned his combine performance. He put up that 30-point game in his first game, and then, not shockingly, didn't play again after that. But, his ability to impact the game defensively as well. He can be a pest on the defensive end with that quick burst and straight line driving ability. And then the defensive tools. He's got a wingspan. He's about 6'5", I'd say, but his wingspan is about 7 feet.
So Cameron Carr will be going to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Played 6 seasons in the NBA. One of them was with the Nets, Bobby. In 1999, he made that trade. And then, trivia time, who did he come in second to the 1997 dunk contest? It would be Kobe Bean Bryant. So clearly, this runs in the family here. So now it is the Los Angeles Lakers that says is on the clock, but really we're flip-flopping here. Our senior insider Sean
So the Lakers are on the clock. This will go to the Knicks, the 23rd pick.
So the Knicks started the night very much open to moving the pick entirely at number 24, either back in the draft to the second round, or even potentially moving completely out of the draft for a future first-round pick. But they ultimately moved 24 to the Lakers for 25. So a straight 24-25 swap, 24.
So it'll be a 20. It's a straight 24-25 swap, no extra.
425. My phone is still going because the Knicks are still seeing if they can move 25 either back in this draft or potentially out.
Wait, this is a very in the matrix here. I'm watching Shams in the Lakers draft headquarters. I guess we'll say hi to JJ. He's just up here with us. Hi, Rob. All right, so Shams is letting the Los Angeles Lakers know what they're thinking in real time in the draft headquarters there, Bobby. But this pick could be on the move again.
Well, I think, yeah, listen, I think if the Lakers keeping this
So we're thinking that this pick is on the move.
Luke Kennard is a free agent. I think there's three needs for the Lakers: a big, a wing, and some shooting here. And I think if Carr is the guy at the Knick pick that's going to the Lakers here, it does fill a need.
Okay, so the next pick that is headed to the Los Angeles Lakers. We're all looking back at the big board here to see these picks continue to fly around. So right now, that pick is still being deliberated. The best thing I think at this point, Jay, is to look at the best available because this could be someone that we see moving again.
All right, so we'll see where Chris Sinak Jr. is still in the green room at this point. Of course, yes, as you see there, it is a straight pick swap. Could Austin Reeves be the one that makes way here?
How much space they have is somewhat dependent on how much, if LeBron does return, he takes here. Like, you and I called Lakers games together, and we on the sidelines, you on the calls this past year. And the Lakers, they're a good team, but in an excellent Western Conference, it does feel like there really is a gap, even with all their talent.
Yeah, it wasn't enough, and they didn't have enough time in those guys to put their roster together. They missed chunks of time throughout the year. Very difficult to find their rhythm. I don't think this team is deep enough. They certainly didn't have enough shooting. That's why I was looking at a guy like Cameron Carr, and I'm saying, the shooting is there, but also I go back to Luka in the Dallas days with Derrick Jones Jr. Like going to the finals, like that slashing wing. He loves to throw those lobs to guys diving off the corner, but he can also shoot the ball, I think, at a higher clip than Derrick Jones Jr. So it almost seemed like that would be a good fit coming alongside Luka. They just need more guys they can trust coming off their bench.
Not to mention, right now, DeAndre Ayton does have a player option, right? And we expect him to opt into that player option. And the question will be, does he remain on the roster, or is that a player that they look to trade?
Well, that's right. DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart, two players that have player options here, and I think Ayton is serviceable.
So we'll see what happens here. So this will be the Lakers pick right now. Right now it is, let's see, Chris Sinak Jr. is still there. Of course, this will go to the New York Knicks.
First, we have trades to announce. As part of deals to be finalized later, the Oklahoma City Thunder are acquiring the draft rights to Bennett Sturts, the 16th pick. The Detroit Pistons are acquiring the draft rights to Ibuka Okori, the 17th pick. And the Memphis Grizzlies are acquiring the draft rights to Kareem Lopez, the 21st pick. And with the 25th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Sergio De La Reyes from Valladolid, Spain, and the Valencia Basketball Club.
Sergio De La Reyes.
They got out of Spain, who was the youngest player to win MVP
Huh.
in the Spanish Super Cup. Let's bring Fran back in here. Fran, we will see when he get used in the NBA, but this is a guard with positional size. What is this for him?
Well, Mike's wanting a shooter, they got a shooter. What you know about international players at the end of the first round is they are great role players. This young man's played 70 games.
Sergio De La Reyes. He's picked 25th overall by the Lakers, and he will go to the New York Knicks. So we'll see if he comes over right away. As Denver's on the clock with the 26th pick, as we're just winding down to the end of the first round of the draft. He's 20 years old.
Thank you very much. All right, next on the clock, we have the 2023 and 2024 NBA champs back-to-back. Denver.
So the Denver Nuggets and the Boston Celtics are coming up back-to-back. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back. The Denver Nuggets are on the clock and their pick is in. So we have 5 picks left in the first round. It is, excuse me. So like I said, Denver is on the clock. First of the last 4 first round picks. So it's going to be Denver, Boston, Minnesota, Cleveland, and Dallas for the next picks. So Denver's taking their time. It might be a trade here. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you understand Valanciunas has got a $10 million contract, $2 million of it is guaranteed. There's a trigger date in early July. I would expect, and this is a Denver team that's facing a major financial crunch. I would expect them to waive Valanciunas and then stretch that money over into the system and save about $9 million.
I could waive Valanciunas. That could be interesting. Huh. All right, here we go. The pick is in. We'll see. Chris Senack still on the board.
2026 NBA Draft. The Denver Nuggets select Terrence Reed Jr.
Terrence Reed Jr. So interesting. Now they have Jokic, Terrence Reed, and Valanciunas. So they just said they could trade. They could waive Valanciunas, but Terrence Reed, he had an incredible game in the tournament. I think he had 30 points and 25 rebounds in a NCAA tournament game in the first round. He is definitely a great big man. He can get to the rim, play on both sides of the ball, explosive athlete. Yep, that's a great character trait for him. Yeah, I'd like that pick to... I like that pick for Denver. He can sit under Nikola Jokic and learn while he's still developing. Now Boston is picking 27th. Oh, we just got a trade. So the pick that... Forget what I just said about Terrence Reed sitting behind Nikola Jokic. Denver's trading this pick and 2 future second-round picks. Or no, Denver's trading 26th pick for the 35th pick and 2 future second-round picks. And this is the Spurs pick. So, interesting. Terrence Reed is going to the San Antonio Spurs. So, I like that. I like that trade. So instead of sitting behind Jokic, Terrence Reed will sit behind Wemby. And we'll see. This could be the pick where they move Jaylen Brown. We'll see about that. That would be something. So the pick is in for Boston right now. We'll see where they pick here with the 27th pick. So, yeah, definitely a big man is what they need in Boston.
If it's not one of those two, you know, when you go back to that series with Philly where they were exposed, Kana did a decent job. He just couldn't stay out of foul trouble. And that's something
So, of course, Chris Senac Jr. is up there. So, of course, Senac. See, have some players. Isaiah Evans is still there in the green room. So we'll see if they're one of the final 4 names called in the draft here tonight for round 1. All right, so we go back to the podium now. Boston Celtics.
With the 27th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Chris Senac Jr.
And it's Chris Senac Jr. going to the Boston Celtics. So last season led Houston with 6 double-doubles. Very great pick there for the Celtics. So it's the second Houston Cougar to be drafted tonight. You also had Kingston Flemings drafted earlier in the lottery. Quick final score alert. Dodgers win 12-3 over the Twins in the MLB on TBS game of the night. So Chris Senac Jr., 27th pick to Boston, and now it's the Minnesota Timberwolves on the clock. This pick is going to the Brooklyn Nets. Of course, late last night, right before Giannis got traded, it was Julius Randle traded to the Brooklyn Nets, and they sent Claxton to the Bulls, and I think Minnesota got a second-round pick out of that as well. So you averaged a double-double in the postseason for Houston. So Julius Randle is a Brooklyn Net. All right, so the reported trade: Julius Randle, in the 28th pick, go to Brooklyn. Minnesota gets a couple second-round picks, and then Claxton goes to Chicago.
Finalists back-to-back years. Does it feel right now like they're still trending in that direction? I think there's a lot of questions. And look, they've got to re-sign the Subaru. That's critical. They may go an entire season without Dante DiVincenzo. That's important. They need to have further growth in Terrence Shannon Jr. Injury last year kind of derailed where I thought he would be in replacing Nikhil Alexander Walker. So they've got some internal things already that they've got to deal with, that where most of their growth might come from, not from this pick here tonight.
Right, and the question for Minnesota really is just that: how do you continue to build around Anthony Edwards, a true contender?
So yeah, that would be something to look at, how the Timberwolves continue to build around Anthony Edwards.
Thunder as ahead of Minnesota. Are we expecting another domino to fall here? Because
So we'll see.
wait a second, we traded Carl Anthony Towns, and ultimately now we're just getting second-round picks.
Well, they dipped their toe in the Giannis sweepstakes here, and the price was just too rich. I mean, when you're looking at Jaden
So they dipped their toes in the Giannis sweepstakes, but unfortunately couldn't get anything. They couldn't. It was the price was too high for them.
exceptionally McGuire players, you better do something with it. Yeah, that's all. This better not be just a salary dump of a guy who averaged 20 points for you.
Right, because this is not a certainty, right, that they are going to do something with it. As you say, it could be a move to shed salary.
Yes. I mean, listen, they went from 2 years ago, they were at $210 million. Now they're at $170 million. They have significantly decreased their salary over the last couple of years.
Okay, so this is something the Minnesota Timberwolves, it still feels like they're in a little bit of transition. I'm looking over at Shams here because he seems like he's working away, and it just feels like potentially a
So I think. So they said Shams is working on something. I think he has something up his sleeve.
They've got the non-tax mid-level exception here to go out and add a player here and still stay under the luxury tax. They need a backup big now because Nas is going to go to starting 4, and now you're going to need a replacement here. So basically, by Randall coming off, everybody gets moved up a slot.
So let's keep the big in mind here. And again, as Rick said, Jake, this isn't necessarily
So as the best picks are available, Koa Pete is there. Isaiah Evans is still there in the green room. I believe he's the only remaining player, if I'm not mistaken.
North Carolina. He'd be the next one up. But there's not a lot of choices right now for this pick. But Vessar would be the one if that's the way you want to go.
Could be Vsar here to Brooklyn.
A couple of others, if we're talking bigs, you mentioned
Of course, they took Mikael Brown Jr. So best available according to Jay Billis. Malik Thomas, Koa Pete, Richie Saunders, Henry Vassar, Joshua Jefferson.
as a part of this deal. So again, it's not this pick that is going to be helping them out there. So the Brooklyn, really, they're looking at best available as usual. Here's Jay's best.
So they might go best available here. And we go back to the commissioner. This is the Timberwolves pick that is going to be traded to Brooklyn.
With the 28th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Joshua Jefferson from Iowa State.
Joshua Jefferson from Iowa State. He is going to Brooklyn
Of the NBA draft.
with the 20th pick. Now 2 picks. It is Dallas, or it's going to be Cleveland, then Dallas for the final 2 picks.
Wait to get my moment when they have that. And Joshua Jefferson, the senior forward out of Iowa State, he took that chance, Andrea, and now he gets his moment in person with the commissioner.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. A smart move by Joshua Jefferson.
So Joshua Jefferson is selected.
Smart moves on the basketball court. He has a high IQ. He's skilled. He can make plays. He does a little bit of everything well to impact and change the game. Physical on his post-ups, he plays through contact, and he can handle the ball and pass it. There are so many great things about Joshua Jefferson that he's bringing to the next level.
Yeah, he's an excellent passer as a front court player. He had a 23% assist rate. He rebounds the ball. He's not an elevating big guy. He plays on the floor. Started his career at St. Mary's, then transferred to Iowa State to play for TJ Otzelberger. And he can post. He plays off the elbow really well. He does a great job using fakes. But he can be a playmaker as a front court player. it's a slow. He sees the floor slowly, but he can guard multiple
So Joshua Jefferson's great defensively.
steals and blocks.
So that'll definitely help Brooklyn there.
With injury in the postseason, I thought Iowa State was had a Final Four caliber team, but that's what derailed their opportunity to reach a Final Four. And boy, that game they played against Arizona in the Big 12 tournament, one of the best games I saw all year. Joshua Jefferson was one of the best front court players that I saw all year.
He studies excellent front court players. Paolo Beccaro, Naz Reid, and Jada for their size, their ball handling abilities. And then there were two.
Compared to J-Dub, Paolo Banchero. So we will be back. The last two picks of the draft coming up next. Okay, we are back. So, as you see right now on the screen, Cleveland is trading the 29th pick in the NBA draft to Sacramento for number 34 and a future second rounder. So this pick will go to Sacramento. So Trae Young may not be ready to give the number 3 to DeBonsa, who's number 3 at BYU.
I'm not so sure I'm ready to give up my number 3 jersey to you quite yet. Hey, the commissioner has the pick. The graphics say Cleveland, but our Shams Charania reporting that this pick is on its way to Sacramento.
So this will go to Sacramento.
We have another trade to announce. As part of a deal to be finalized later, the Minnesota Timberwolves are trading to the Brooklyn Nets the draft rights to Joshua Jefferson, the 28th pick. And with the 29th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Alex Caravan from the
Alex Caravan. He is going to Sacramento. So two-time national champion. I said in the show earlier today, he'd be a good player in the second round, but he just sneaks into the first round.
He can shoot it. And Alex, to your point, Malik, 126 wins in a UConn uniform. And he'll be a guardian of your team's culture. You know, it's not about him, it's about the team. But he's got a high IQ, makes really quick decisions. He's what I call a connective passer. He can shoot it from 3. He's a great, smart cutter. He moves without the ball really well. But he's selfless. He doesn't really create his own.
So it is Alex Caravan.
Play that was made at the end of the Elite Eight game against Duke, where Braylon Mullins hit that game-winning shot. The guy that made the pass was Alex Caravan, and recognized the situation and got it to a freshman that was stepping in. Like, he could have taken that shot with the clock winding down, but had that presence of mind and basketball IQ to get it to the right place.
I like that you say that he's the steward of a culture for the team. Darius Reed Jr., his teammate that was taken earlier, said that he really admires his leadership. Now this is it. We're at the final pick.
So this is the last pick of the first round, 30th pick. It's going to be Dallas.
Shams Charania here. Shams, as we wrap up the first round,
As Shams is on right now.
what's your big takeaway?
I look at AJ DeBonsa, and when I did research today on this pick, the Wizards did everything they could to keep it quiet, but they had laid it on AJ DeBonsa quite some time ago. My understanding is the Wizards
So Wizards view DeBonsa as a
prospect
transcendent prospect on par with Cooper Flagg.
in Washington, D.C. right now, like an Anthony Davis. And when AJ DeBonsa visited the Wizards earlier this month in D.C., I know AJ DeBonsa said he didn't work out. He didn't work out for anyone. I'm told he did get a pretty hard workout in when he was on that visit, had dinner with them, hung out with all of them. They really think his size, his skill, his athleticism is going to be perfect alongside Trae Young at point guard and AD in the middle.
He's had his eye on the number 1 pick for a while, and that dream came true tonight, Sean. Thank you for all your incredible work, by the way, throughout this first round and keeping us abreast of all the moves that are happening here. All right, this is it, Andrea. This is the final.
So the final pick of the first round by the Dallas Mavericks. The pick is in.
We're hearing that the pick is getting closer to being made here. Bobby, as we wrap up, your final thoughts.
Well, I think I'm just going to go back to where Sacramento.
So my final thoughts to the draft, I would say that DeBonsa is definitely going to be a good player. I think the Caravan pick was a good one. Terrace Reed going to San Antonio, backing up Wembanyama, definitely a great one. And now the last pick, the commissioner's up for the last time.
30th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Koa Pete from the
And it's Koa Pete from Arizona, sneaking into the first round with the last pick.
includes the first round. The second round of the draft will begin tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on ESPN. Thank you and good night.
So that will conclude the draft coverage. Koa Pete taking 30th overall to Dallas. So a lot of amazing picks here. Let's recap all of them before we sign up. So the Knicks will be on the clock for tomorrow. We will not be on the air for that tomorrow. We'll be on the air starting at 3 o'clock Eastern with Switzerland, Canada, Scotland, Brazil at 6, and then Czech Republic, Mexico at 9 for a triple header. But here we go. Let's get the quick recap of the first round. AJ DeBonsa, number 1 to Washington. Darren Peterson, number 2 to Utah. Cameron Boozer, number 3 to Memphis. Caleb Wilson, number 4 to Chicago. Keaton Wagler, number 5 to the LA Clippers. Michael Brown Jr., number 6 to Brooklyn. Darius Acuff Jr., number 7 to Sacramento. Kingston Fleming's number 8 to Atlanta. Morris Johnson Jr., number 9 to Dallas. Brandon Burry's number 10 to Milwaukee. Yaxel Lindenberg, number 11 to Golden State. Ade Mara, number 12 to OKC. Nate Ament. The quick breaking news before we sign off, the last pick, Koa Pete, he is going to the Phoenix Suns, so he'll stay put in Arizona. But Day Mars drafted 12 to OKC. Nate Ament drafted 13 to Miami, but he will go to Milwaukee. Hannes Steinbach, number 14 to Charlotte. Dylan Swain, number 15 to Chicago. Bennett Starts, number 16 to Memphis, on his way to OKC. Ibuka Okori, number 17, picked by OKC, traded to Memphis, and he got flipped to Detroit. Christian Anderson, 18 to Charlotte. Alan Graves, 19 to Toronto. Jaden Quinton's, number 20 to San Antonio. Kareem Lopez, number 21 to Detroit. He will go to Memphis in the trade. LeBaron Philon Jr., 22 to Philadelphia. Zuby Ejiofor, number 23 to Atlanta. Cameron Carr, number 24 to the Knicks, but he got traded to the LA Lakers. And then Sergio De La Reyna, number 25 to the Lakers, traded to the New York Knicks. Terrace Reed Jr., 26 overall to Denver, and he is going to San Antonio. Chris Sinak Jr., 27 to Boston. Joshua Jefferson, 28 to Minnesota. He is going to Brooklyn. Alex Caravan, 29 to Cleveland. He is traded to Sacramento. And Koa Pete, the final pick of the first round, to Dallas, and he is traded to Phoenix. I don't know. Let me get the details from that from Shams Charania. We don't have anything, but we'll see what happens as it's reported as they went off the air. But that's going to do it for coverage tonight. Thank you for watching the NBA Draft here on the Threes Crowd channel. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow beginning at 3 o'clock Eastern, Switzerland, Canada, in what could be a big game, in what is a big game for Group B of the World Cup. But we thank you for watching. Have a great rest.